Hey, I just got back from the carnival Mardi Gras. I had a great time. I was fully vaccinated, of course, and had the pre test 3 days in advance. It was not a big deal. I went and did that. I had masks. I went and bought some more masks, so I had plenty to wear while I was there. No problem with that. All the people who worked there had their mask on. They looked like the N95 mask, the better mask, and they wore those and didn't complain about wearing them, had them on. You didn't see them pulling at them or anything. Everybody that worked there was really helpful and pleasant, and I had to because my husband walking there walked on average about 6 miles a day. So if you can't walk that much, you may want to start an exercise or walking routine to build up so that you can do that if you're able to. But if you know there's no way I can walk that much, because I could not have done anywhere near that. I couldn't do that. I rented the scoot around electric scooter and I used it and had gone through their process and got a room where that wheelchair would go into the room. Those doors are wider. The rooms have it for if you cannot walk at all, where you can get into a shower and use the toilet in there. The other rooms have smaller showers and bathrooms in them because the people don't need the extra space. I had a great time getting around, and everybody was pleasant. When I went for food, the people who worked there were offering to help me. So I had bought the Bubbles package for the soft drinks. They were helping me get my drinks, carry my food or my drink so I could get to a table so we could eat. Because my husband would also go and look for what he wanted to eat there. It was very pleasant. The people who work there are really nice and they'll talk to you unless you don't want them to, but they're really nice. You could sit, sorry, allergies, and you can sit and look out the windows if you want to on a lot of locations on the ship. It is beautiful there, great scenery to look at, always nice people to talk to if you're like me and talk to strangers, see where they're from, and other small talk to people. There's music playing in a lot of places. There are things to go do and see all the time on the days at sea. They have comedy clubs that you can go and watch the comedy. They have musical play type things going on at different locations. So you can go and you can see those that are going on. They have actual game shows, Deal or No Deal. They had Family Feud. They had bingo, if you're into bingo, that you can do there. It was fun to watch. You can compete in them and take part in it. If you gamble, you walk through that. There's the smoking and non-smoking half. Me personally, I could smell it on both sides. It didn't really do much good as far as I was concerned. But you walk through that section to get to other places. I really loved it. It was wonderful. You had the hot tubs and the pools. You had the Serenity deck up there for the adults. That's nice and peaceful, and you can lay out there and see the sun and get in the hot tubs and the water and stuff there if you want to. My husband loved it up there. They have a movie at nighttime on the Lido deck that you could go sit and watch the movie. The rooms did have some movies that were free and some you'd pay for. I did not get the internet package. My husband wanted it, so he had the internet and I didn't. I liked getting away from all that while I was there, just taking a total break and just relaxing and having a good time out there, talking to people, listening to the music, because they had all kind of music at different locations. You had violin people playing, you had guitars and singing and all the, you know, regular music. It was really great. Um, I'm thinking if you're when you're developing and deciding what luggage you want to take, you're going to want to look at the maximum size for your luggage that you're allowed to bring and the weight of your luggage, and look at how heavy your clothes are. You may want to try to find some lighter things to buy and have to go on the trip so that you are not carrying so much weight. I took a lot of shorts and light shirts there. There are two formal nights where you have to dress up better, no cutoffs, no sleeveless shirts for the guys and different things. It'll tell you on there, it gives you a list, tells you what you can and can't do. Some ladies had beautiful long formal outfits with sequins and this, that, and the other. They were beautiful. I don't know how they packed them and they weren't wrinkled, but they had them there and wore them. They looked gorgeous. They had photo ops all around that couples and people could go to and have pictures taken. Then you could go to the Pixel Gallery and look at the pictures and decide which ones you wanted. When you got on the Bolt, my husband rode the Bolt, surprised me, but he got on the Bolt and loved it. It's $15 right now. He went on that, and there was a picture of him. There were a couple, and I picked out one of those for us to buy. So he's got that with him riding on the Bolt up there. And I think there's golf up there and maybe basketball. There's several things up there. Rock climbing wall. There are things up there, activities to do. We were in a Cloud9 handicap room. You can go down the elevator in the wheelchair and go into there and get in their special hot tub thing that has extra minerals and stuff in it, and they had the sauna and stuff down there. You get an extra robe and slippers and different soap when you're in that section. I love sitting out on the balcony and watching the sunrises. Well, for me, I only got half the sunrise, but I loved watching that and listening to the ocean. I would suggest, if you're looking for a room, if you can get one with a window or a balcony, do that, because then you know what time it is, day or night. Otherwise, the rooms without a window, yes, they're cheaper, but when you're in there at night, it is dark and you don't know what time it is unless you ask your phone to tell you, or look at your phone to find out what time it is. My Siri couldn't do that because it wasn't syncing up to anything for it to be able to tell me. But that's no trouble. I just click it and look at it to see what time it was. There's a cute little thing next to the bed so you can pull it up and have a little bit of light. You're not walking into the dark to the bathroom, or if you needed to go somewhere else. It was a wonderful time. It was nice and relaxing. I loved the different shows they had. They had adult comedy in a certain place at certain hours. They had others that had comedy for everybody else who didn't want that. And they had plays and singing and a musical type stuff. They had all kind of things that you could go and watch at different times. You could do the Family Feud or the Deal or No Deal. You could do the bingo. You can go and gamble if you're into that. There's all kind of activities and things to do. You stay busy. It's fun. I would recommend this for a vacation for everybody. But if you don't like on a cruise ship or anywhere you go, if you don't like not knowing where you're going and getting lost bothers you, before you go, you can get a map of the ship that tells you which levels have what, so you can know when you get there. Okay, I want to go eat. That's on the Lido deck. I have to go, and you can kind of learn. It's in the app. It's in the Hub app. that you can download into your phones and have. You can look and see. It's also on the elevators there. It has the map there that you can look at and see where you need to go. But if that bothers you, you could pre-learn where things are at before you get on the ship by having the map and studying the map. I was sitting in a place, I'd gotten a drink, and there was some people talking. They didn't like that. It really bothered them. So if it does, you can pre-learn that. So you know you're not as confused as I was. I just went back and found where I needed to go and went. It wasn't a big deal for me. If you have allergies, bring your allergy medicine. If you get motion sickness, then before you come, talk to your doctor or pharmacist and get one. There is a kind that will not make you sleepy, because I was talking to the pharmacist and she told me that. So that was the one I brought for my husband. You do need to bring the prescription thing. I had pictures in my phone of all my prescriptions so they could see if they needed to for some reason. Yes, I had a prescription for all the medication that I had brought. They will provide you with a sharps container if you need that, because you're going to have insulin or something else that you have to give yourself an injection for. They have that they can provide for you. There is a little refrigerator in the room that you can put water in, or if you had medicine that needed to be refrigerated, that you can put it in. It was a great time. The people cleaning the rooms did a great job. Always had a little different animal that they'd put in there made out of towels. I had fun. There's great places to eat. On the Mardi Gras, it's big enough. You don't have to do the pre-planned dining with the early or late choices. There are plenty of other places if you didn't want to do that where you can go. But if you did the pre-done early or late dining in the palm room, then you have to wait. If you wanted to go somewhere like the steakhouse, you have to wait until after the other people have had their chance to dine, and you can go in later. And then you get to eat at the other places that cost a little bit extra. So just want you to know that. And if you have allergies, they were always asking each meal we went and sat down at one of the places, did we have an allergy, so we could tell them. I didn't. But if you do, you can tell them. Or I learned partway through my cruise, they had salmon that had lemon pepper on it. Most of the places that I went, that was what they had a choice to go on it. I could have asked for without lemon pepper, and they could have just put salt, or maybe have had some other options that they could have put on there. Because salmon tastes great, and it's lower in calories than some other options. But you can ask for variations in a meal if you need to for your eating style. I had a great time. You're going to enjoy it. Just if you don't like getting lost, get the Hub app on your phone. It's free. It will help you. It tells you what's going on. You could choose and do favorites for the day, as in what you want to do. At $5 a day, you can chat with somebody else in your group. If they've paid their $5, you can chat and find out where each other is at and plan to go someplace together or meet somebody at a certain time. You can already have looked at the map, so you kind of know where things are at, but the map is also in the Hub app. And it's at the elevator doors. It tells you which floors has what things, so you will know when you're looking for places to go. If you got allergies to perfumes, bring your medication, because you smell that perfume out in the hallway. There's no way to get down that hallway without smelling the perfumes. Unfortunately, it smells nice, but if you have allergies, it's not a good thing to smells. I really loved it. All the people are wonderful and they're helpful. It's very relaxing. You're going to have a great time. Just choose whichever ship you want at whatever location. You don't have to go ashore. You can go ashore. My husband went ashore at a couple of places, and then he didn't go ashore at another one. I'm not ready to go ashore, especially using an electric wheelchair in a country that I don't know all the rules for. But that's me. Other people did and have. But I hope to see you at a future cruise at some point. You all have a great time. Carnival's a great cruise line, and I love the Mardi Gras, and I have been on smaller ships also in Jacksonville and in Orlando and had a great time. Whichever ship you choose, you're going to have a great time. Just plan before you go for your luggage, for your how much you're going to have to bring. And have a great time. And always leave out something at the end to wear out. If you're going to have them take your luggage out and you pick it up, don't pack all your clothes. Leave something out to put on for the next morning. John Held has told stories about people who did not and got up the next morning and realized they had nothing to wear. So remember, the last night you're there, if you're going to have them take your luggage out and you're not bringing your own luggage off the ship, leave out clothes to wear the next morning. You all have a great time planning your vacation and on your vacation.